Welcome back to another video of my No Life Tamers, and today we have Kevin, who went undefeated at the store regionals here at Common Ground Games, Dallas, Texas. So Kevin, if you want to give the viewers a breakdown of your deck, what matchups you went through, any tech choices, take it away.
So I played Purple Hybrid. Felt like I had enough reps with the deck, and it did get hit in the Vandalist, but I feel like it's still doing pretty well. Eggs standard. So you're running 4 of the Digimons and 1 of the Demimera. So Digimons, you really want to keep your guys on the board. There's so much deletion that you can go ahead and get them deleted, gain that 1 memory, and combo with other cards to gain additional memory to kind of steal a turn. As for the rookies, 1 Ukino, and for the other Ukos. Ukos are still broken in this format. Usually turn 1 or 2, they won't really delete what you have on board. So combo with the QPs, you can just leave these guys on board, get your draws, and it's just basically entice them to kill them. So most of the time they just end up feeding your hand, which you can pitch later. I am on 3 Psych and 3 Gabu. No Gazis. You don't really need to prevent any memory gains this format, especially since a lot of it's tamer based, and like decks like Megator will kill your Gazi before you can actually activate it. So I do like the Psychmons. Just I faced 2 Royal Knights today in the finals and the semifinals. It came up really much often.
That's definitely very important in this format with Royal Knights just roaming around.
And I really like the Gabus because most of the time there will be a body on board, so you can gain that extra memory, go to 2, which basically with the Koichi you can either go to Dusk, or you can go to other cards on top of the Gabumon. So you can also even the back, so you have the when attacking draw 1, pitch 1, so you Digivolve in the back into a Dusk, you can promote swing the Dusk, and then when attacking pitch the Velgar, and you then use the effect to Digivolve into the Velgarmon. So basically, you want to enable your own effects as opposed to letting them enable later.
Solid level 3s right there.
Yeah. So another hybrid, Kaiser Leo, costs 2. Sometimes that's really important because paying 3 or even 4 on top of a mat really sucks. Games retaliation doesn't really come up. I guess one thing I haven't really seen a lot is the scatter mode. Scatter mode is, you promote the Gabu, you get the 2, so you Digivolve into the scatter mode, you swing. It has had jamming all day, but when it does die, if you choose to calling or any other effects, you draw 3, trash 2. So I'm running a lot more Nidhogs in this deck, so it's a lot more memory gain back. But it's, you see a lot more of your cards this way, and Mill's always nice. So standard, you have your 4 Dusks and your 4 Velgars. Pretty standard in any list.
Yep. No explanation needed there.
For level 5s, 2 superior modes. They really help this deck, especially if my scatter mode doesn't die, I just Digivolve for 4 on top of it. Certain matchups I will keep them on board because that way I can get another check-in and with retaliation underneath the Velgar and potentially any memory gains from the Koichis and Tamer plays. They really need to get rid of this guy in all turns 13k usually. So which means that you can use your promo gallants to pop this guy. 6s, we have 3 Nidhogs. Nidhogs really, it allows me to make sure I see 1 or 2 throughout my games. It is a big body in security. I've noticed that a lot of these, when I'm playing into different decks, they don't really expect to die in security, but seeing bigger bodies is fine. And I guess calling and picking back 2 Nidhogs is always great. As for the other level 6s, I do run 1 promo gallant and 2 of the BT13 gallants. So most people will lean towards the promo gallants because you can proc your own, but getting your big Velgar stack or a superior mode stack, or you see a lot of Galacticmon or Royal Knights that can trigger it. But the problem is, I'd rather get the double pop of the Gallant. So let's say they have an Omni-X on board from the Omeka. They're waiting to proc that last check and basically get a big blocker that can stay on board. So basically, you bait that out, and then for Royal Knights, and then you play it out for free. Usually at that point, you pop. They pop their protection option. Swing again. They pop the protection option. And then you play another one. Or if this one dies, but you can also chain this one. This one will delete this one. So this one, if you see this one first, it kind of sucks. You want to see this one first and then trigger that one there. I do run 1 Death X. I'm scared of Adventure. That's one thing. It did come up often. I was playing against Blue Green Imperial, and they most of the time do a end of turn DNA. So I was able to, they had their Davis cans, so like two Davis cans, Davis, and they just flooded their board. Okay, answer with a Death X, clear their board, and then the next turn, whenever they do their end of DNA Digivolve into the Pyodramon, this is still pending on the stack, so this will delete their Pyodramon, forcing them to have another one in hand or pass turn. One of Jack Raid, Calling, and I am running a Glaive Memory Boost. A lot of the times I want to see certain cards in my deck. I want to pick up a Superior Mode. I want to pick up a Velgarmon for an extra memory the next turn, or pick up another Duskmon. Or even if I don't run out of rookies, I want to maintain getting things back in my hand. Two of the memory boosts to go along those. You don't really go miss memory boost this format because there's no Jack Raids to benefit from there. So you want to search for your cards. You're going to hit most of your targets. And 4 card search is nice.
Because they did hit Jack Rays and the Matt Ishida tamer, so it was a pretty decent hit because you were able to recycle a lot of cards from the trash rate.
And along the same lines of getting cards back, we are running 2 Ancient Guard Deity. You have to be careful because your Psychomons, you won't be able to reduce your Tamer play cost when you do that. But most of the time, you just will get back a hybrid to use later in your turns, get for additional memory, and out of security. For me, I want to prioritize. I never want to slam a Tamer for a cost. I usually want to play it for free. We're running 3 Rivals. Nice to see when you mill. Don't really see them that often. Most of the time they were kind of dead cards in hand. They came up with security a few times. I could see myself going down to 2, but 3's fine. Louis Broken, playing off of Velgar is nice to get an additional body out, and then getting very aggressive Uko swings first couple turns. Great. 2 mats, they really enable your little memory bombs with the Cubimons and the Nidhogs. So Cubimon dies, or something with the Cubimon underneath dies during your opponent's turn. That's 1 from the Cubie, another from the Nidhogg, and another from the Matashita. So that's 3 memory you could potentially be stealing. And then good old 4 and 3 of the Koichi. You don't really need a 4 to this one. This one helps get your cards in, just loop them, get more cards into your trash. But get memory gain. It's kind of you can still sort of get a loop in there.
Nice. So that's your deck profile. Did you want to give the viewers kind of like a breakdown of your matchups today? Anything that you were struggling against?
I guess I saw a lot of Imperial. So the brown one was red purple Imperial. I think they just ended up breaking a lot, or basically having a wider board, because you know how the Shader moments play out a lot. Death X came up there where I was able to delete, and then their turn is scary when they high roll into their fighter mode, but you can just pop it. There's not really a lot of protections there. You just pop it, they get the partitions if they really want to, and then you just clear board there. Most of the times you can just ignore it. Round 2 was blue-green Imperial. So they ended up drawing a lot, decking themselves out, but they had eventually got their deck back with their Paladin mode, or Paladin mode B, which for the most part, it's fine. They were running Magnamons, which was a 3rd color, along with their Davis Kens and their Davises, that allowed me just to mill a lot and get really big. So it's swinging, where they're forced to block or forced to ace. Round 3 was another red purple Imperial. They bricked and or did their high roll and just was answered. I did face the mirror around 4, I believe, with purple hybrid, but they were on the option build where they you run I think it's Underworld's Calling, Pummel Whack, Soundbird to get extra memory and extra draw whenever they trash, because this deck will naturally trash. But the problem is they break. A lot of option cards in hand. You'd rather they be rookies, rather they be the additional things you can use besides just pitching. The last 2 rounds were Royal Knights. I think that's a really easy matchup because you treat it like SetCon. You build banks, and then you eventually just start swinging. And by the end of the matches, you have enough cards in both trashes to play out your BT13 Gallants for free, and then which will double pops. So you pop, and then you can play the other promo Gallant. There's so much that you can build on the back end to eventually just clear all the security.
Well, there you have it, guys. Undefeated champ Kevin. We had a 64-65 player store regionals today, and he took it all. Congrats on that. If you guys like the video and like his deck profile, make sure you show it some love. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And as always, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.